Grid is live. Initiate light cycle battle.
Welcome, foolish mortals.
For a safe trip, remain seated, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the cabin. Be sure to watch your children, and no smoking, please.
Welcome to the Pirates and Princesses podcast.
We're a different kind of Disney podcast. We do it our way.
We talk about Disney parks, Disney movies, TV, video games.
Anything Disney.
I'm your host, Tom Pratt.
And I'm your other host, Cambria Pratt.
Welcome back to the show.
Hello.
It's actually not been 2 months since our last podcast.
No. We're going to try to keep the news current.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep it current. So there's been some stuff going on.
Yeah, it's in the last couple of days.
Not Star Wars, although I'm sure we'll probably talk about it at some point.
But all Star Wars are frozen.
Okay, Star Wars are frozen.
Okay, so Great Wolf Lodge.
Not a Disney thing.
No, well, it's kind of related. Here's how it's related. Back in November, they talked about putting a resort in Orlando, and apparently they just purchased 50 acres near Disney World.
Competition.
Yeah. And it's going to be an 800-unit hotel. I don't know how much competition it's going to be, though.
Now, Disney, I mean, now they're... I think off-property hotels really, it doesn't make a lot of sense because they have all the package deals and everything. It just doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm meaning more, if you've seen the Great Wolf Lodge things, it's a lot of indoor things. And if you're going to Florida, you're mostly going to want to be in the parks and be outside, not be inside on water slides. I'm just saying. So I don't know how it's going to go, but they're going to try. And it'll be another place people can stay down in Orlando area to go around to different things. And not everybody's going to like Disney. People might like Great Wolf and not go to Disney at all. So
that's true. Orlando's got a lot going on, I guess.
They're very busy down there.
I don't know. I guess they have other stuff besides Disney World, right?
So,
the Harry Potter thing, whatever.
Wait, there's other things besides Disney?
Yeah, they got whales and that magic.
There's other things in Florida besides Disney World?
Yeah, I know. Oranges and...
My mom always said that she wanted to go other places, but her family always figured Florida was a 10-mile radius around Disney World.
Pretty much.
She said we never did anything else. Okay, this one is interesting. It's sad, but it's interesting. A family is suing Disney World.
Well, that happens every other day.
I know, but this one's because the grandmother died because the kid got bit by a snake. Okay, so in 2014, a family was visiting Animal Kingdom, and apparently the 8-year-old, a snake fell out of a tree and bit the 8-year-old. I mean, I can imagine a snake would bite somebody if it fell out of a tree. I'm sure the kid was screaming when it landed on him, which is probably why it got bit. The snake was non-venomous. Disney admitted it happened.
Right.
It wasn't one of their snakes. It was a wild snake. So nurse looked at the kid was fine, and apparently a short while later, grandma had a heart attack and died. Which is horrible.
That is horrible, but they can prove that this is related to...
I don't know. That's where they're going to have trouble, because the family's claiming that she had a heart attack and died because the kid got bit by a snake earlier in the day. But as somebody who's been to Disney World, there's a lot of walking. There's a lot of heat. There's a lot of
it could have been the heat.
Other things that could have caused it.
I think they're going to have a hard time proving that, and I think it... I mean, it's terrible
I think
that
it's
Grandma
horrible.
died. I think it's absolutely horrible that you're always going to remember...
That's what your memory of Disney is.
Yeah, Grandma died at Disney. You know, that's terrible. My heart goes out to the family, but at the same time, I'm like, you can't prove that Grandma died because the snake bit...
I'm sorry. All I was thinking when you were talking is I hope they don't try to put her in the Haunted Mansion or something like those. The other podcasts we did. Remember the one we were talking about people trying to throw ashes
I don't think actually if they're suing Disney and it gets ugly, I don't think they'll ever be allowed back to Disney World.
I just don't know how they're going to prove that.
I don't know. I mean,
I think it's just, a terrible... I mean, I think it's horrible and I feel so bad for this family, but I just don't see how they can prove that the snake caused her to have a heart attack.
Actually, I'd be more worried about Divine. Divine freaks me out.
She's gonna come out and somebody's gonna oh my god.
Yeah, and pee their pants because she was hiding behind a tree or something.
That's true. I never even thought about that. And then another story, speaking of things involved in the law or legal action, some guy got in trouble in Disneyland Paris.
Okay, well, that happens often.
Well, here, you can talk about this one.
I don't really... I only understand a little bit about it, but apparently someone had some firearms.
Had two guns.
They had two guns, Disneyland Paris.
They didn't go to the park. They were in the hotel. And they were checking in, and when they went to the scanner, they found the firearms.
Yeah, and given what happened in Paris a few months ago, like you don't mess around.
Right,
So
and
it's
I
good
guess
that they're on there.
I guess it said they also found that he had a copy of the Quran, which
That's-
doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, that makes me. Well, that was like what was going around Twitter that somebody said something stupid equating
Well,
Muslims
someone said something stupid on Twitter.
on Twitter.
Imagine
Yeah,
that.
and I forget what the context was, but basically saying that if you're a Muslim and you have boxes, that they should call in someone to.
That's stupid.
That is incredibly stupid. But the internet's made for stupid.
But like you said, understanding what happened in Paris not that long ago, you can kind of
Yeah.
understand. But still, I think just because they had
Yeah.
Quran does not mean that they were going to do something.
No.
But I guess they arrested him because he had firearms that
And
he
a Quran.
claimed in a Quran that he
But
claimed
yeah, firearms. They could have left it at that, though. That's what. Just
Yeah,
like
they
I mean,
didn't
that's
have
the.
to. Yeah, go
It's like, what
there.
if he had firearms in the Bible? They wouldn't mention the Bible. They would just say he had firearms.
I don't know anymore. They might.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he said they were for his protection, which makes you wonder why do you think he needed 2 guns for his protection at Disneyland?
Unless he was worried about it. I don't know. I mean, it sounds like. I mean, that's the thing. We talked about this in a previous podcast. Unfortunately, the Disney parks, I think, are going to be targeted. Because they're global now, and it's the strong symbol of America, even though Disney has a global presence.
But they're aware of that. That's why they're
they
doing
are.
the
They're-
security and
yeah.
all the stuff they've been doing.
I still think Spaceship Earth is actually like what the Hoth ion cannon. Like if anybody tried to attack,
be
it would
cool,
actually like
actually.
split open and a big cannon would come out.
That would be glorious, but that's not going to happen. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, they're talking about the 60th anniversary special that they're going to have.
that they're gonna have a year late. Okay.
Yeah, because it was last year.
Yeah.
But
Is timely as our podcast.
we know though that they're going to have Elton John, and he's going to be doing some
Who's
music.
not dead, thank God.
Yes. So some people listened to the podcast last time.
I was really worried because we lost so many people in January and Elton John was trending. I was worried that he had died too. And he's still with us. And I just saw him on the Ellen show a couple of days ago.
So he's all good. So it's okay.
He's good.
It's
He's
safe.
still here. He's good.
But he's going to
Yeah.
have performances throughout the show, and there's going to be viewers can access additional content and on the Disney Applause app. Then they're also going to have Harrison Ford give sneak peeks of the Star Wars theme lands coming to Disneyland and Disney Hollywood Studios.
Also not dead, although he plays a dead man in movies.
Well, he played him before
Spoiler!
he was dead.
Yeah.
The 2-hour special will be broadcast Sunday, February 21st at 8 p.m. on ABC.
Okay, so yeah, you want to watch that.
Yeah, I really want to see it,
I
actually.
wish they would do just an actual like Disneyland show like they used to do.
At the
like
Wonderful World of Disney
yeah,
or whatever.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
That would be awesome. Also, in the news about Disney stuff, apparently Marvel and Star Wars are going to go on forever.
Yeah.
Because now that they own the property, Iger's saying that there is an endless amount of things that can be done with both.
Well, I agree. Well, I think with Star Wars, eventually they're going to have to run out of the Empire. Like they can't keep the Empire versus Rebels thing going on forever.
But you get your money's worth. I think they already did, but
But I mean, I get where they're going. I mean, Star
I'm not
Wars.
complaining.
Well, you look at the expanded universe and all the books.
The
and,
expanded universe that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, the non-existent expanded
Or I don't
universe.
exist anymore.
I'm sorry. But you look at that and you look at how many stories they had that didn't involve the Empire, didn't involve the Rebels.
They did
and,
have a lot of other things.
prequels, side stories that took place, hundreds
One
of
of
years
the
in
last
the future.
series they did, I can't remember off the top of my head what it was called, but it was an alien race from their planet that were kind of like, they were like had these ships that were living, and it was really hard to fight because they couldn't like take out and electron pulse them or anything.
They couldn't use the Force on me either.
yeah.
I didn't follow the expanded universe that close, but I can't remember that. But that's the one where Chewie died in the stories. But
Yeah.
and but yeah, it was a race that was like immune to the Force and
Yeah, so
and, so Luke couldn't really do
wasn't
much.
just the Empire, yeah.
Yeah,
so I mean,
if they go that direction, where maybe I can. Plus, they could always go back and they could even do like old Republic stories that were like 1,000 years before Star Wars. Maybe
well,
talk
that's what
about
they're doing. The Rogue One, which we're gonna talk about in a minute, is a prequel because it's between the original
3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna basically be how they got the Death Star plans, and Vader's going to be in it.
Yeah,
So,
of course he is because
well, yeah, but there's different opinions on how he's going to be in it. Some people say he's going to be, according to storyboards, he's going to be ripping people apart and decapitating people, and not that they're different, and doing all kinds of.
He'll rip them apart. He'll decapitate them. Then he'll pee on them. Well, I don't know if he's capable of Is Vader capable of urinating?
I don't know. He has to get rid of stuff somehow.
I think they might have tubes for that. I don't know. Does anybody ever? They probably have somebody
That
somewhere.
brings new meaning to having your tubes tied.
Probably somebody somewhere probably has the definitive answer on whether or not Darth Vader has his junk, because he got burnt pretty bad, you know, and yeah. So I don't know. Not that I really care, but never mind.
Pirates and Princesses, keeping it real since
Keeping it real.
2015.
So there you go, anybody.
If you haven't answered that question, please let us know.
Piratspodcast@gmail.com. Does Darth Vader still have his junk?
Anyway, so they're talking about that on one side. Another place said that he'd be more of a background character and wouldn't be the main bad guy. So there's a conflict of opinions on his role.
Well, but
he's for sure going to be in it.
Yeah, which is good. This is clever on Disney's part. It's like, how do we resuscitate these dead characters? Well, we do prequels. We do a Han Solo prequel. We bring Vader back. You know,
I'm excited about it. Rogue One, I always loved like the whole Rogue Squadron stuff.
Yeah.
And they had the books, which don't count now. We know, but I always liked them, so I'm for it.
well, this is going to be interesting to see how they handle a non-Skywalker Star Wars. Well, I guess if you got Vader and Skywalker,
It's still Skywalker.
Yeah,
it's all Skywalker all the time.
Yeah, never mind. But it'll be interesting to see how they handle a non-numerical Star Wars movie. But I think people
It's still numerical. It's Rogue One.
But people have gotten used to the side stories. I think with Clone Wars and with Rebels, I think people have gotten used to Star Wars movies without Luke, Han, Leia, you know, or Star Wars, you know, shows and stuff. So I think it'll be fine.
Well, they're gonna probably have to have some kind of tie-in to Leia because they're trying to get the plans to her.
Yeah, as long as they don't recast her.
I don't know. They aren't saying anything about that.
CG
right now.
Leia.
They aren't saying.
They
about
might
that right
mention
now.
her, but never actually show
Well, we
her.
know they can do the CG. You know, what would you call that? Like where they
De-aging.
de-aging. You know, so we know they can do that. Okay, unrelated to Star Wars, a third track is coming to Toy Story Midway Mania at Hollywood Studios, according to the Disboard. There wasn't a real story; they just had an announcement that they posted.
They've been talking about. They have to. I mean, Toy Story Mania is like. I mean, it's seriously like the most crowded, ridiculous.
Well, when we went the first time, we actually had gotten the unlimited fast pass thing because we had done the volunteer and you
Oh
get
yeah,
a
where
day.
you give a day, get a day, or whatever.
And
it
you
was,
could
yeah.
get the other day, free day in the parks, which didn't make financial sense for us to do when we're
No.
buying already
Yeah.
got so many days. Or you can use it to get fast passes. And it's a good thing we did because otherwise our kids would not have gotten on it.
No.
Because when they let people into the park, we were actually going towards Star Wars Land,
Mm-hmm.
and my son got almost trampled by people running him over trying to get to Toy Story.
Yeah, and it was ridiculous, but finally, yeah, we were able to get him on it once. We got on Toy Story once, and you know, it's okay. But yeah, I mean, it's a cool attraction. It really is a cool attraction. But like, I actually like Buzz Lightyear better.
I do like Buzz Lightyear better, but I don't think it's trample worthy. I mean, I really like it, and we always go.
Nothing
on
is
it.
trample worthy, but this is another reason why they really have to expand Hollywood Studios, because there's just not much there in terms of rides.
Well, that's
you know?
true. I mean, we always head to the Star Wars part to Star
Yeah.
Tours because that's our son's favorite ride, and he'll ride it repeatedly.
Was it like
7
9 times
Nine
last time?
times last time, yeah. I mean, not that I'm complaining because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but yeah, we only go on Toy Story if we have fast passes for it because it's not worth dying.
The kids
over.
aren't even really that into it. I mean, it's like it's okay.
They like Buzz Lightyear better too, which they closed that down. We talked about last time
They're
because
gonna
they're going to
refurb
refurb it.
It
So
was about time because
Buzz Lightyear's getting refurbed.
it was dirt.
Woo!
Last time we were there, it was like really dirty.
And the line was long for it too. I
It
remember.
was. It was all people getting on Toy Story.
And also, we talked before about the Big Thunder Mountain. They're going to refurb
Yeah.
it. And the word is the rumor. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but the word is they are going to put the explosions in
it's
the end.
the Michael Bay edition of Thunder Mountain. They're gonna
Bay Thunder
add the explosions from California, which is cool. I mean, and I like it because the last time we went, we actually got our son on Thunder Mountain. He hates roller coasters. He won't do roller coasters, but we got him on Thunder Mountain.
He loved it. And he rode it. We waited in line because he wanted to ride it like 3 times in a row.
3 or 4 times, yeah. So now it's got explosions too. So
I'm sorry, you said that, Michael Bay. On The Onion today, they had a story. They were going to talk about how Michael Bay's next movie is a love story.
okay.
A love story between 2 explosions. So, that's not related to Disney, but I thought it was funny.
One explosion is like really hot and wears shorty shorts.
I think they're both really hot. Just by, the nature of them being explosions. Okay.
This picture looks like Disney, like Mickey Mouse
It's
is on fire.
Fantasmic.
Oh, it's
They're
Fantasmic. I
going
thought
to
Mickey was on
air
fire.
Fantasmic Live on Disney Parks blog, February 2nd at 6:50 p.m. which is good because we've been to Disney how many times, and we still have not gotten to go to Fantasmic because of
I know.
scheduling conflicts.
I know we never get to go Fantasmic.
And I
I've
wanted
heard
to
it's
see
good.
it. So here we are telling you what to do, but we've never done it. Don't listen to us. What do we know? So Fantasmic Live will be on Disney Parks blog February 2nd. I told you that already. That's gonna be cool. I want to watch it because I haven't
On Groundhog Day. So Mickey's
Yes!
going to one-up Phil.
Oh, nothing can one up Phil.
They actually should run it at the same time that they do the prognostication. I actually
They're
said
actually
that.
running it about 12 hours after the prognostication.
Okay.
Well, we're from Punxsutawney.
Yes, we are.
So we know how, yeah. Nothing trumps Phil, I'm telling you. Phil's the best. Let's see what else we got here.
Well, didn't they try to get Mickey Mouse here before for Groundhog Day?
I don't know. Did they?
I thought they did.
I'm from here. I don't know that
I thought
one.
somebody said they tried to
They
get...
had Sonic here. They had the
Sonic was here
balloon.
for... Yeah, Sonic 2.
The Sonic 2 balloon they had for the Macy's parade, that was here. My sister and brother actually, I was in college, so I couldn't come home that day. And my sister and brother helped hold the balloon. They were on the crew that was to handle the balloon for
Oh, okay.
the Macy's balloon that was here. Because our school here will actually close down for Groundhog Day. We don't go to school on Groundhog Day because they need the buses to transport all the people up to the Gobbler's Knob. So we close on Groundhog Day.
Yeah, I thought I heard somewhere that they were going to have Mickey Mouse come up or something, but they...
That would be glorious.
Well, no, they didn't let him come in or something because they thought he would, like, usurp Phil's glory or something. I don't know.
I don't know. Did Disney even allow that?
I
never
don't
heard
know.
this before. This is
Somebody
news to me.
told me that. I don't remember who. Never mind. I'm just making stuff up. We'll make up a...
What else did
It's like,
you
we don't even follow the Disney news. We just make it up. Make it up as we go
double
along.
check everything we tell you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Baymax has been moved to Epcot.
That makes sense.
Yes, he's in the former Innovations West. And Hero's not with him, which is a bummer. But he's there now, and they said he won't be alone for long because they're expected to announce that they're going to bring Joy and Sadness from Inside Out to the meet and greet location.
So what is this, like the bipolar meet and greet?
Joy, Sadness, and Baymax? Yeah. What's Baymax? Is he there to assess their...
On a scale of 1 to 10, how sad are you?
Pretty much. What can I do to help you? So we're going to have Baymax, Sadness, and Joy. We gotta get down there because our daughter loves all three.
Yeah.
That would be like, glorious for her. She would think that was the bestest thing ever.
The trifecta of Kyrie.
The trifecta of Kyrie.
But, yeah, Joy and Sadness. Well, yeah, I mean, Interventions, they closed a lot of attractions down.
Well, they were redoing stuff,
Oh,
yeah.
they were doing it.
Now, you said the trifecta of Kyrie. Last time we were down there, I got fast passes to get us into Elsa and Anna. And well, thank God we did, because I don't know what we would have done otherwise. So we get into there, and what was Kyrie the most happy about?
Oh, Aurora.
Aurora, because that's her favorite.
Yeah, we lucked out and we got a fast pass to see Elsa and Anna, and like people would kill for that. Like they probably give you like $1,000 for that fast pass. They'd kill for it. And this was, what was it, last year, whatever, where it was like just came out and it was like really big. And so yeah, we go in and she's like, yeah, Elsa and Anna, whatever.
Well, she liked Elsa and Anna.
She did, but she was all about
excited
Aurora.
about Aurora, and Aurora was with Elsa and Anna at the
And she was
time.
like the backup princess. Like she
Yes.
wasn't even.
And that's
the
what Kyrie wanted to see. I mean, she was happy to see Elsa and Anna, yeah, but all she wanted to see was Aurora because Aurora is her favorite princess. That's her favorite. So that was the trifecta for Kyrie last time. So this will be the trifecta for Kyrie this time. Baymax, and I know Sadness and Joy she loves Inside Out.
Yeah, Inside Out was awesome. Well, they said, and I didn't really follow it, we haven't seen The Good Dinosaur yet.
No, we gotta see that.
And people were calling it. Now, I'm not sure how it performed because I think it just got caught up with the Star Wars marketing.
Yeah.
But it didn't do that well for a Pixar film. I can't comment on how good it was. We actually didn't see it, which is kind of, maybe that just kind of is a testament to how, the marketing was. Like, we're like, yeah, it's coming out. Okay, whatever.
We saw the commercials and it was just not appealing.
It looked
to me.
very kiddie, and plus, I mean, with Pixar, I mean, I don't know if it's a good movie or not, so whatever, we'll have to wait till it comes out on video. But I mean, it was really hard to top Inside Out, I think, because that was such an amazing movie.
It
I mean, it was
was good. I love
really,
Inside Out.
really good, and I had like no expectation. But I'm like, this looks really. It looks like Herman's
I honestly
head.
thought it looked stupid. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought this was gonna suck, and then it was amazing.
Yeah, and it wasn't the movie I thought was, because commercials seemed like very upbeat and whatever, and then you watch it, it's like, this is the saddest Disney movie ever made.
But it was good sad.
It was good. It was happy sad.
It was real.
Yeah, it was
Well,
good.
not real, the fact that you have things in your head running around, controlling you. Even though that would be a good defense on trial.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to punch him in the face. The anger made me do it.
Anger made me do it. Somebody will do that. Well, I'm just hoping that they do something at Epcot with Inside Out. They're talking about Cranium Command actually.
No, that people were hoping that they would bring back the they were hoping they brought back the Wonders of Life Pavilion and they would repurpose Cranium Command to be something with Inside Out, which would make complete sense. And I wish they'd bring that back because it's so sad it's just sitting there.
Yeah. Well, with the movie doing so well, and I think I'm hoping they add some new pavilions or do something with. I think.
That's my favorite. It's kind of just going.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like they're adding.
Well, they're putting Frozen in.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if they're going to do that, add the movie characters to the pavilions, and that makes perfect sense to add Inside Out. I think they wanted to wait to see how it did before, and the reception was amazing. I mean, it's got like a 90 something on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's good.
Yeah, so.
All right, well, we gotta wrap this up because.
I guess so. We'll try not to be away for more than.
We'll try.
A month or two.
Groundhog Day's coming. We're busy.
That's right. Okay. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye. Pirates and Princesses is a production of Clownfish Studios. We are an unofficial Disney podcast, not endorsed or affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. You can visit us on the web at piratesandprincesses.net. That's piratesandprincesses.net. You can shoot us an email at piratespodcast@gmail.com. That's piratespodcast@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you for listening, and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. The love for, I mean, it's a.
It disagrees with you.
Yeah, did you put snooze on? What is up with the
don't
alarm
know,
clock? Unplug it. It's possessed. It'd be creepy if it wasn't even plugged in.
It's okay.
I killed it. I murdered it. I pulled its cord out. Is an X clock. Okay, so